Hi, and welcome to this How Do I video series about Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2016. In this video, I will explain how to project inventory availability balance in Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2016. At the end of this video, you will understand how Microsoft Dynamics NAV calculates available inventory balance as a part of an inventory planning. In order to ensure the achievement of this objective, we will get there by going through these steps. First, I will describe some basics about projecting available inventory balance. Then, I will show it with more details. I described impact of scheduled and planned receipts and gross requirement as well on available inventory balance. Let's start. Initially, projected inventory is the quantity of gross inventory, including supply and demand, in the past even if not posted. The projected available inventory is the part of the projected inventory that at given point in time is available to fulfill demand. This includes existing inventory increased by the scheduled receipts and planned receipts and minus the gross requirements. Scheduled receipt specifies the sum of items from replenishment orders. This includes purchase orders, transfer orders, firm planned and release production orders, and assembly orders. In our examples, we will use one item, number 80102. We can see actual inventory of this item is 10. Now, we will make the first example with purchase order. We will create new purchase order with our item. Location will be blue and quantity will be 15. When we open an item card, we can see 15 on purchase order. When we look at item availability, we will see 15 quantity in scheduled receipt and 25 in projected available balance. Now, I want to show you result of using transfer orders. We will transfer our item from red to blue location. Quantity is 5. When we look at item availability of our item, we can see 5 on gross requirement for red warehouse, but also additional 5 pieces in projected available balance for blue warehouse. Now, I want to show you impact of production orders on projected available balance. First, I'll create new firm plan production order for our item with 2 as quantity and on blue location. When I refresh this production order, I can check item availability. We can see 2 on production order quantity on item card. Now we can see additional 2 pieces from production order in scheduled receipt and the same in projected available balance. When I open my production order and change status to released, I can check item available again. We can see the same quantity in scheduled receipt and in projected available balance, but this time based on release production order. And as the last scheduled receipt example, I'll open a new assembly order with our item on header with 1 as quantity. I'll put some resource in assembly line, and this is not important in our example. I'll choose blue location, and after that I'll check our item availability. When I check scheduled receipt, we can see 1 new item from assembly header. When we look at projected available balance, we can see increase for 1 piece based on the same document. Planned receipt specifies the sum of items from planned production orders and planning or requisition worksheet lines. For the first example, in planned receipt, we will create 1 new planned production order. I will put our item with 3 as quantity and on blue location. When I refresh this production order, I will check item availability and we will see our 3 pieces as planned receipt. We will see that this quantity is based on planned production order. In projected availability balance, we will see this quantity as well. That means we will see all receipts, both scheduled and planned, in projected available balance. The other scenarios are related with planning worksheets. When we fill planning worksheet with our item with 20 as quantity, we will see this quantity in item availability as planned receipt and as increase in projected available balance. The similar situation is when we use requisition worksheet. We will put our item here with 15 pieces as quantity and we will see the same quantity in the item availability in the planning receipt and in the projected available balance. Gross requirement specifies the sum of the total demand for the item. The gross requirement consists of sales orders, transfer orders, production order components for firm planned and release production orders, job planning lines, service orders, and assembly order components. First, I'll create new sales order with our item and 10 pieces as quantity. Now we will check our item availability. We can see this quantity in gross requirement based on sales order. We have already created transfer order and this is a quantity in gross requirement for red location. When we check projected available balance, we can see quantity decrease based on the sales order. Now I will create firm plan production order for some item who has our item in its BOM. When I type blue location and refresh this order, I'll show components to see our item with expected quantity as 4 pieces. Now we need to check item availability and we can see our 4 pieces in gross requirement. We can see decreased quantity in projected available balance as well. When we reopen this production order and change status to release, we will check our item available again. We will see the same result in the gross requirement and in the projected available balance. Now I want to show impact of the job module on projected available balance. I will open one job, for example, and go to the job planning lines. I will fill this line with schedule as line type and add our item with 50 pieces as quantity. When we open item availability, we will see this quantity added to the gross requirement and decreasing for the same quantity in the projected available balance. Now I'll open one service order and I'll add our item to the service lines. Quantity will be 2 pieces and we can see this quantity in the gross requirement and in the projected available balance as decreasing. And on the end, I'll create new assembly order with our item in component line. Now we can check it in item availability and this quantity is in the gross requirement and in the projected available balance as decreasing. When we look at the item card, we can see all these quantities from the scheduled receipts and the gross requirements. As we have seen, once again to mention, projected available balance specifies actual inventory increased by the scheduled receipts and planned receipts and minus the gross requirements. And let's wrap up what I talked about. These were steps we will get there. First, I described some basics about projecting available inventory balance. And after that, I showed it with more details. I described impact of schedule and planned receipts and gross requirement as well on available inventory balance. With all these steps, I explained how Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2016 calculates available inventory balance as a part of an inventory planning. To learn more about this topic, visit the Get Started page and follow the links on the screen. Thanks for watching this video about how to project inventory availability balance in Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2016. This video in the How Do I series about Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2016 is prepared in collaboration of Microsoft and Platan.